I'm not sure. He didn't tell me.
Hello, everyone. I actually didn't know much about WWE before I wrote this, so I was confused by why would the letters be fucking each other. I didn't quite get it. So my first illustration doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but hopefully it'll get better. And since I don't know much about WWE, I feel like the best way I can set the mood is to read it as a feminine British thespian. So this is WWErotica.
The memory of the match weighed heavily on his mind. Those powerful heaving pectorals, the fine contours of a sweaty raw package housed in a spandex prison 2 sizes too small. Now, barely 5 hours later, Triple H was following a seductive trail of scented rose petals and human teeth back to the same ring. A single spotlight shone upon him, bathing his muscular upper body with shapely man topography defined by naughty shadows. Suddenly he heard a calculated, solitary clap from the dark stadium. Didn't think you'd wear the skull singlet, said the darkness. It's okay, you won't be wearing it for long.
Oh, that's the right picture. Oh, sorry. That's embarrassing. There we go. That's good. It's masculine. There we go. Just a second. I did write that. I spent more time on that than I did any lesson plan I've ever done.
Soaring through the air in all his hairless Samoan glory appeared Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in graceful silhouette, completely nude. It was a full 3 seconds between his aerial clearing of the light and his saucy connect as his slippery legs wrapped round H's surprised head and pinned him to the mat. Triple H allowed The Rock's balls, which resembled Siamese twin hacky sacks and gorgeous beans, tickle his hard Adam's apple before temptation overtook him and he lapped hungrily at The Rock's champagne-soaked inner thighs, before taking the entirety of his turgid stuff in one ravenous mouthful. The buttocks of both men were duly clenched with a raging sexual energy that would rival a mother polar bear giving birth to 2 69-ing adult male tigers. Can you smell what my cock is cooking? He told me. He then began to squeeze Triple H's head with a feral savagery usually reserved for naked boar hunting in the Black Forests of Germany. Triple H released the impressive member with its pulsating veins, its glistening shroomy cap, and weird spiraling remnant of a foreskin thing. And flipped him over, sending his bulky but supple nude form careening towards the ropes. He sprung back to the center ring, and his airborne voyage was abruptly truncated by the deep, dominant penetration of his arsehole by the pumping iron of one Triple H, clearly his manly equal in this fight. There was a moment of surprise which soon succumbed to bliss. Johnson bit his quivering lip as Triple H whispered into his perfect ear, "I hope you don't mind, I brought the guys." Suddenly, Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Jason Snake Roberts into the ring, armed with chairs, ladders, dildos, and inflatable fuck dolls. All entered the sexual frenzy immediately. Pile drivers ended in passionate, open-mouthed kisses. Clotheslines were commandeered into righteous 69s. Following an impressively powerful spinning spinebuster, Stone Cold Steve Austin found his face buried in between Hulk Hogan's sweaty red buttocks, while his mischievous hand found its way around to Hogan's front. As he reached for the shaft to complete the rusty trombone configuration he had only haphazardly inaugurated, he was struck obstructed by Jake the Snake's head, who was already gobbling up Hulk Hogan's throbbing manhood. Hulk Hogan headlocked Johnson, opened his mouth and fiercely embraced The Rock's uvula with his tongue like a snake, and tugged on it like one of those bells from Long John Silver's that you ring when pleased with the service. This activated The Rock's gag reflex. The gag soon escalated into projectile vomit, which baptized Hulk Hogan's open mouth and all down his heaving chest. The sloppy greenish mess was greedily lapped off Hogan's turgid body by Triple H, who was also fingering his own asshole. Just then, a fully nude Bret Hart showed up, and without missing a beat, punched his barefoot shin deep into Steve Austin's anus. It felt around for a moment and emerged with the wet sock that was the short length of Austin's lower intestine. He proceeded to use his clenched toes to squeeze empty the organ of its contents like it were a long, limp tube of toothpaste. Roddy Piper just watched from the corner masturbating viciously. At that moment, Andre the Giant and Macho Man Randy Savage looked down from WWE heaven. A magical place much akin to Valhalla, but with more anal beads and repeat buttery. Also, all the architecture looks like dicks. They gazed upon the aftermath of the raging WrestleMania orgy. The match was soaked in blood, sweat, and vomit. Every man bruised to the bone was caked in human shit, from the part where they all shat in each other, which I didn't tell you about. In walked an old man with a telegram. His feeble and gnarled hand extended the message to Stone Cold Steve Austin, who opened it apprehensively. He read it and tears came to his eyes. "What is it?" inquired Jake the Snake. The papers went through. "They've never done this before, but they're granting custody for all of us." "You don't mean," started Triple H. "Yes. We're going to gay adopt Kirk Cameron." They all cheered and said cheers of joy. And then they fucked the old man who brought the telegram.